Hello everybody, I'm trying to race through this because I have so much. So let's start with Roger Glover and guests Love Is All from the Butterfly Ball album, original French press. I really like the A-side, not so much the B-side, and vocals on the A-side is by Ronnie James Dio. And the next one is a solo album from Vivian Campbell, Two Sides of Eve. This is a blues rock album and a good one. All covers except for one song which is written by Billy Gibbons. This is the new pressing of this, and it includes two bonus tracks, and those are metal. Cover of Kiss's Shouted Out Loud and an instrumental called Six Guns. Those two are out of place on this album because the rest of the stuff is blues rock and a good one. I think it is a good blues rock album. Next one was quite lovingly called by Metal Mickey as That Pompous Cunt. Yngwie Johan Malmsteen, and the title is long. Concerto Suite for electric guitar and orchestra in E-flat minor, Opus 1 Millennium. Classical music, and I thought that this was good one. Good stuff. Queensryche, Rage for Order, the only album that I was missing from the 83-90 period. I can see why people thought that this was such a major difference between this one and the Warning, but it isn't that big of a difference to me, and most importantly, it's quality stuff. Okay, Megadeth, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, The Final Kill. It includes the original album remixed, and unfortunately one of the tracks has the drum track replaced by a new track, not newly recorded because it's the original drummer's track which was left unused at the time. So I don't understand why they had to use that drum track now. Also it includes the full album as live versions recorded in different concerts, and a couple of those tracks are really bad sounding. They're really like poor quality, so they could have found better sounding versions of those. And also it includes the original 3-track demo, which I really do like. Okay, then David Coverdale, Whitesnake, his first solo album from '77, recorded on a very low budget. I believe this one is original Swedish pressing. It's on Sonnet label. It was recorded with a low budget and it sounds like it, but as album I do like it. Hair metal, Poison, Open Up and Say Ah. I was disappointed with this one. Not a bad album, but I was expecting a better album than what this one was. Unlike the next one, which was I was expecting to be much worse than it was. I thought that this one was really good album. Rat, Dancing Undercover. I bought this mainly because it includes my favorite song by Rat, Slip of the Tongue, which I already do have on a single, but I wanted it on album as well. Yeah, really good hair metal album. Okay, I have never used the term that I have found a grail, and I'm not going to say that now either, but under other circumstances, these next two would have been grails. This first one again has nothing whatsoever to do with metal. This is Bangles, Getting Out of Hand, Call on Me, their debut single. This one is a second pressing, which can easily be told because it says Bangles. Originally it was by the Bangs and with a different sleeve picture, and it even mentions here original by Bangs. I'm a Bangles fan, so I definitely wanted to get this, the most expensive single that I have ever bought. I paid 34 euros for this, including postage. But I already have these songs on CD and on vinyl, because those songs are included on the Ladies and Gentlemen, the Bangles compilation. And this next one would have been a grail, because I know that this is very difficult to find. But it's not a grail to me because it was never that high on my priority list. I have the first album, which I think is great. This one is good, just not as great. This is Badlands, Voodoo Highway. Sorry about the glare here. But yeah, I know that this is very difficult to find, so I was truly surprised when I found this for 15 euros. Okay, next one. Mostly when I buy albums, I always know something about them. I'm already familiar with them, may have heard songs or have other albums, but this one was completely unknown to me. I bought this one completely based on the recommendation from Harmless Rebel. This is Junkyard. Really good early 90s hard rock, heavy metal, a bit of a southern rock feel to it also. Yeah, great find. Saxon albums have been reissued again. I bought 2 of these reissues. This is Wheels of Steel, classic new wave of British heavy metal album. Soundgarden A-sides, which I already spoke about on my RSD video. This one was again a pleasant surprise to me. This is a Uriah Heep, Fallen Angel, gatefold sleeve. Yeah, I was expecting much more commercial sounding album than what this is. But yeah, there's only a couple of tracks where there is kind of cheesy keyboard sound to them. But other than that, I thought that this was quality stuff. Good songwriting here. Skid Row, self-titled debut album. Good solid metal from the late 80s. Iron Maiden, Matter of Life and Death. This album, when it was originally released, I bought it on CD, and I was disappointed with the sound of it. Not the whole sound of it, but the guitars. When you listen to something like Power Slave, you can hear the guitars on it like very distinctly. Like here's one guitar, here's another guitar, there's a third guitar. Obviously, I know that there are more guitar tracks than 3, but when you listen to it, you can hear that those guitar tracks individually. On the original CD, I thought that the guitar sounded like one big buzzing sound. I couldn't like properly hear the guitars, so I was curious to hear if they would sound better on this one, and they do sound better on this one, but they still could sound better than what they sound like here. And this next one, I couldn't get this fast enough when I heard that this was being reissued. Armor Chain, Symbol of Salvation. Fabulous album. Really love this album. Best metal album that I have bought during the last couple of years. Definitely. Okay, this one was the second Saxon album that I have bought. Power and Glory. And these albums are pressed on these colored vinyl, and this one especially I think is really great coloring. And this one, I thought that this one was a really good. I mean, obviously, since I have all of these on CD, I already like this one, but listening to it again from this one, it made me feel even better about this album. Okay, next couple of ones I got from Scott Waters as a trade. This one was again something that I had never heard of. This is Holy Soldier, Last Train. Good hard rock, heavy metal. There's one mistake here. I don't know if you can tell. There's Gimme Shelter, Rolling Stones cover. An okay cover actually, but there's a spelling error here. It's spelled with an I between M and E. So who made that mistake? Okay, the next one was when he told me that he's going to send me this album, I was quite apprehensive because the only Crocus song that I heard back in the 80s was Ballroom Blitz, and I thought that was just awful. So when he told me that he was going to send me the Blitz, I was like, okay, let's see what that's going to be like. And I still think the cover of Ballroom Blitz sucks, but other than that, this is a good album. So again, it's always great to find an album that surpasses your expectations, and this one was one of those. He also sent me 2 cassettes. Oops, sorry. Peter Criss and Gene Simmons solo albums, and I especially wanted them with these pressings because I already had Paul and Ace like that, so now I have all 4 as these same pressings. Still not going to start collecting cassettes, but yeah, I thought that after over 30 years I should finally complete this set. But I did buy one cassette, which is the first cassette that I have bought in 16 years, not including the Def Leppard cassette single that I bought some time ago. Metallica, Carriage Stage Revisited. I don't really know why I bought this, but when I saw this, I just couldn't pass it up. Obviously, I have this one on as the original EP. Okay, let's move on. Some time ago, when Cloudy Milder showed Tokyo Blade, I commented on his video that, yeah, that's an easy one. I see that here all the time now. I'm going to pick it up. Well, obviously, it didn't turn out that way. It was really difficult to find. Luckily, this time I kept my mouth shut because I thought that, okay, this one is easy to find here also, but it wasn't. Tigers of Pantang, Wildcat. Yep, surprisingly difficult to find here. Good, solid new wave of British heavy metal. And with that in mind, Cloudy Milder also showed this one, but did he show this exactly the same one? Because this is a 3 CD compilation of new wave of British heavy metal titled Winds of Time from 79-85. Because in my memory, Cloudy Milder and who was the other one also showed the same compilation was a double CD, because this one is a triple CD. I actually haven't listened to this all the way through. I have listened to 2 CDs so far, and the quality is surprisingly good. I was really expecting to be like good tracks here and there and filled up with really mediocre stuff, but overall it has been really good. I'm surprised by the quality of the songs here. So far, of the ones that I didn't know, I mean, 2/3 of these bands are completely unknown to me. I didn't know them even as a name, because there are some of these bands that I know only as names, like Hellenbach and Fist. I never heard anything from them, but I knew them as names. But yeah, good stuff. The best one so far has been Black Rose Nightmare. Okay, and then Motorhead, self-titled. First actual album. To me, this album is like them like trying to find their style. I mean, they obviously already have their vision that this is what Motorhead is going to sound like, but they still haven't really like nailed it all the way. Songwriting quality here is still a bit of a question mark. Some great tracks, some quite mediocre stuff. That's why I prefer On Parole. On Parole, I would say that songwriting quality itself is not necessarily even as good as this one, and stylistically it's like all over the place. They are trying all kinds of stuff. But whereas this one is still like trying to find a vision, the On Parole is just trying this and that and having fun with music. That's why I feel that one is better than this one. And now I'm going to carefully remove the shrink here. I know that many people highly value shrink, so I'm going to save this shrink here and carefully file it away. And you can buy this for $20 if you are in need of a good shrink wrap, and I'm going to file that one in a trash can. And another Motorhead album which I liked much better was double CD BBC Live and in concert, 4 radio sessions from 78, 79, 81 and 86. Really good stuff. One of the oddities here is the final track Orgasmatron, which is spoken only. It's Lemmy reading the lyrics for the song Orgasmatron. The song is also live here. Yeah, this one was really good stuff. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.